Yeah, we have some interesting times ahead, but let me tell you, if it gets to 42,000, 140,000, 30 trillion, whatever that number is, at that point, everybody will be quite clear that that government debt-based money has absolutely zero value. We're going to see a lot more inflation this year and a lot faster. So I think that there is a level of hopium that's out there right now that President Trump can fix. Holding it together is the confidence of the public. So if something happens and that hopium is destroyed, then I think we're headed into that hyperinflation will become apparent to everybody, because I'm certain it's already started.
Now we'll show you the best clips of the latest interview. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you do not miss out our daily recaps.
Join our WhatsApp channel for real-time updates, breaking news, and expert predictions on gold, silver, and financial markets. Link in the description or pinned comment. Stay ahead of the curve. Don't miss out.
Now look, it's really easy to determine what the true fundamental value of gold is. I am not expecting Wall Street to tell me that revaluation. It will happen 100%. I'm not even a teeny weeny bit doubtful of what that future is. What I don't know is what that would be in terms of dollars, let's say, by the time they do that revaluation. But that revaluation will be because the government is attempting to get that confidence back. So that means that inflation has really risen very visibly higher, maybe even to 50 or 100% or wherever it's going to be at that time. And so they'll lop off a whole bunch of zeros. And I can tell you, if they did it today, it would, and they did it on a one-to-one basis, that it would be north of $40,000 by the time they do it. And I know this sounds outrageous to people because they get blinded by the numbers, right? But if you went back to 1913 when somebody had a $20 1-ounce gold coin and said, one of these days that's going to be trading at $2,600 or $2,700, that person would have seemed outrageous at that time too. So it could be 3 trillion, it could be 100 trillion. I personally have a $10 trillion Zimbabwe note, so I am a trillionaire in Zimbabwe, but what does it mean? It means nothing. So if they did the overnight revaluation today on a 1-for-1 debt for gold ratio, then it would be north of 40,000. Why not? Yeah. Right? But the way that I get it is, since the gold is money, it's sound money. The dollars are based on any fiat currency right today is based on debt. So you just take however much debt they're admitting to. Now, where Andy is going could also be all the derivatives. So all of those bets on the debt. So this, when I'm talking about above 40, I'm not considering that. I'm just taking all the debt that they've admitted to and dividing it by every bit of gold that exists. In the ground, above ground, doesn't matter, right? So, yeah, we have some interesting times ahead, but let me tell you, if it gets to 42,000, 140,000, 30 trillion, whatever that number is, at that point, everybody will be quite clear that that government debt-based money has absolutely zero value. You can access it, FRED, purchasing power of the consumer dollar, and look on the bottom of that scale and it has a big fat zero. That's the true value. So if you can only convert into that, then that's the real trend. It's not the cryptocurrencies or the stock market or anything else or the meme stocks going up. It's to hide the fact that the purchasing power is virtually gone. Well, a lot of people that aren't just speculating on cryptocurrencies, but moving in that direction are trying to find something that is outside of the government's control, outside of the central bank's control. And so it's a very similar kind of head. I mean, that's why you buy gold and silver, because you want to basically be outside of the government and the central bank's control, which is a very good place to be. So, I mean, imagine how much gold would have been purchased in the beginning, because Bitcoin came out in January of 2009, quantitative easing. So this massive free money printing started in March of 2009. But the reason why you're seeing that is because it's a similar head. But I'm not convinced yet that cryptocurrencies are actually outside of the ability of the government to shut it down. I mean, TikTok went away and it came right back. Isn't that interesting? We have to look at that a little bit more. But if it's online, then there's a lot of subjective things that can happen with it. But it's the same kind of process. Those people that are buying cryptocurrencies to be outside of the government and the central bank control are the same kind of thought that a cryptocurrency, first of all, if it is Bitcoin or something that you can't actually convert into gold, then yeah, that's proper diversification if you want to be well diversified. If you're going to have your Bitcoin